This is Michael Scott Hollash with the Reform Report, and with Christmas quickly approaching, we wanted to do another drawing for a giveaway for our Patreon and PayPal supporters. And I have a copy of a book by our friend Roger Stone that he personally gave to me the last time I met him at a private function he held in Tampa, Florida sometime back. It is a New York Times bestseller titled The Man Who Killed Kennedy, The Case Against LBJ. It is a book that combines decades of insider political knowledge with cutting-edge research by Roger Stone. He puts it all together, lays out the case that Lyndon Johnson murdered President Kennedy and numerous other victims along the way. LBJ was not just shooting his way into the White House, he was avoiding imminent personal destruction at the hands of the Kennedys. Stone reveals that Richard Nixon was convinced Johnson murdered Kennedy, and that both Barry Goldwater and the KGB came to the same conclusion. Stone indicts J. Edgar Hoover, Gerald Ford, and Arlen Specter for their roles in the cover-up and lays out the curious actions of then CIA Director George H.W. Bush on November 22nd, 1963. Stone continues on in stating that Richard Nixon's moment of revelation came on November 24th, 1963, as he watched Jack Ruby in yet another LBJ-directed murder kill Lee Harvey Oswald. Nixon immediately recognized Ruby as a quote-unquote LBJ man he knew as a paid informant for the House Un-American Activities Committee from the 1940s. The Man Who Killed Kennedy, this book, utilizes fingerprint and eyewitness evidence to tie a longtime hitman connected to Lyndon Johnson to the Kennedy murder and reveals LBJ's unique motive, means, and opportunity for murder. So, that is basically the synopsis on the back cover for this book. And as you guys may or may not know, Roger Stone was a close confidant and advisor to former President Richard Nixon. So he definitely would be privy to information that Richard Nixon had on this topic that he shares in this book. Before we get into the drawing, we have a couple new supporters for the channel, and our newest Patreon supporter is Davey Stead, who is a gentleman that has been a longtime supporter of what I do with my political work and my writing. And so I really appreciate you supporting the channel through our Patreon. And also we have a new PayPal supporter, Gianna Capriatto. Yeah, I hope I'm saying that right. I want to thank you as well, Gianna, for supporting our channel. It means a lot to us. And we also have James Francis and Anthony Sparacino, who continue to support us through PayPal. And for those of you who are interested in what we do and the content that we continue to bring to the channel, down in the description boxes of all of our videos is the direct link to our Patreon if you want to take a look at that. And we have various tiers set up in our Patreon, and we keep those tiers low for those of you who are interested in supporting the channel monetarily. And I appreciate all of you guys who continue to tune in and listen and chime in, comment, etc. That is very rewarding. We would like to continue providing commercial-free content, which is why any small donations through Patreon and PayPal help us to offset any small costs that we have, etc. So anyhow, we did hold a drawing, and Davey Stead, you are the winner of this awesome book by Roger Stone. So I am going to be getting this out in the mail to you. Hopefully it will get to you by Christmas, so it can be a Christmas gift to you from us here on the channel. So congratulations, Davey Stead. And again, I want to thank the rest of our supporters and all of our subscribers and listeners. All of you guys mean a great deal to us. And finally, we just want to wish all of you a healthy and enjoyable holiday.